So if the girl shit tests you, she says something like, oh, do you say this to all the girls? It's the same way you handle any other shit test. Unreactive, not a big deal. Hold eye contact, smile. Do not start get fidgety or nervous or apologetic, and you just have a brief response. Something like, only the cute ones, or only the little petite Latinas that have long dark hair like you. Or whatever you notice about her. Like, I just say the thing about her. Anything you were teasing her about, or anything you had already observed about her, or any characteristic or quality about her, you could just say that in the moment. This is how you handle pretty much any shit test, guys. If she says you're too short or you're white, like I've heard a lot of girls say like, oh, I'm not into white guys. I hear that one a lot. I'm sure other dudes will be like, oh, but I'm Asian or Filipino, and girls don't like Asian men, or girls don't like short guys, or whatever the fucking thing is. You just don't react, because most dudes, when the girl shit tests, they're gonna be like, what do you mean? And they start qualifying, start explaining themselves. And you guys gotta understand, it's not even about the words the majority of the time when the girl shit tests you that matter. It's about your body language, your face. The girl presents a shit test so she can just like sit back and observe your body and your reaction, okay? And in that moment, that's why it's really important to be unreactive. When guys in pickup niche in the community say, oh, well, you gotta be unreactive or unfazed or grounded and stoic, what they're saying is like, girl says something, I'm not like there's like not these micro expressions on my face, or my body language closes off, or I break eye contact, or my voice starts sounding weak. You just hold eye contact with a little bit of a cocky smirk, and you just have a nice response. It could be anything. Personally, I think the more short and concise, the better, because it just doesn't come off like try hard. The more lengthy your response is, it's kind of like you're trying to prove yourself and justify why things could work. That's why if the girl's like, oh, do you say this to all the girls? Or if you bring a girl to a date spot and the girl's like, oh, do you bring all your girls here? Like, that's another common one. If you're running a date and it's actually going pretty smooth, I've heard that a couple times earlier in my journey where the girl's like, oh, you must bring all of your dates here. All you need to do in that moment is you just smile, you look at her, you have a little bit of a smirk on your face, and you just say something like, nah, only the cute Colombian girls, you know. Or only the shy little cute innocent girls like you. That's it. That's it, man. That's it. Oh, you're too short. I'm not like, what do you mean? I'm 5'8". Isn't that like, that's like average height. Look, I'm still technically taller than you, or we're almost like the same height. It's not even about the words. Again, she just says that. I just look at her in the eyes. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Right. That's it, dude. That's how you handle it. And you just keep talking. That's one way. Let's talk about another way you could do it. The other way is like you exaggerate her answer. I used to do this one a lot when I was younger. I don't know, I guess like my vibe and who I am now as a person, like I don't really do that one as much, but agree and exaggerate is another term you could use to take her answer and you exaggerate the answer so much that it almost seems unreasonable or unrealistic, right? So if the girl's like, oh, you're too short, like an answer to that would be like, again, you're not reactive, you keep it cool, you still are fun, you're enjoying yourself, and you're like, I know, right? I'm like fucking like 5'2", bro. Fuck, I should have worn my high heels out tonight. Damn it, right? I should have worn my high heels. It's like a joke, and I'm exaggerating how short I am. I might even like crouch down and I'm like looking up at her, so I make it playful. That's like an agree and exaggerate. My archetype as a dude, and when I see I'm in set, what I've noticed as I've gotten older is like when girls shit test me, I just like hold frame. I just hold frame and I just have a little bit of a cocky smirk, and it's almost like your eye contact and your frame and your confidence just like beats her frame. It's a frame battle. That's what a shit test is. She's presenting a frame to see what your frame is, and if your frame's weak and if it crumbles in any way, her frame becomes the reality. One form of that is reacting. Another form of it is trying to qualify yourself or try to prove yourself as to why it's okay. The more my frame is just strong and grounded and it doesn't faze me at all, you can overpower her frame. Another term for a shit test is a congruency test. Because the girl's trying to see, okay, you're claiming you're this guy, let's see if you're actually congruent to that guy. So I'm gonna present this frame to challenge your frame. And that's why in that moment, if you just sit there and you're like, oh, okay, that's what's up, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's like a mosquito trying to fucking sting a fucking statue. It's just like, it means fucking nothing, you know? So that's how you can pass pretty much any shit test. And one other thing to keep in mind is that what I've noticed is that typically hotter women will hit you with shit tests more upfront. And then also one thing I've noticed is like, the more you could just look like that guy and act like that guy, the less you'll actually get shit tested too, right? So I'm not saying I don't get shit tested, but I've noticed, me personally, I don't do the agree and exaggerate shit too much. I'm just like confident, relaxed, chill, a little bit of a cocky smile on my face. Whatever she says means fucking nothing to me. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool, right? And I just keep talking after that for the most part. So that's how you could pass pretty much any shit test. Do I recommend changing topic after? Yeah, I don't like sitting in that topic. But again, you don't want to be rushing out of a topic as a means of like, I'm uncomfortable in this moment, so I'm nervously doing it out of reaction. That's what's more important. And as long as you can stay cool, calm, and slow and relaxed is really what it comes down to, guys. I keep saying this, I've said this in multiple videos. You guys just need to slow down. Just in general, slow down your response time. Slow down your movement, slow down your speech. That's what's gonna ultimately just make you come across a lot more confident, relaxed, and grounded, and you'll just naturally pass shit tests that way. I'm not in set thinking, oh, she just shit tested me, time to be unreactive. Yeah, no, dude, it's like, that's just my demeanor and my vibe when I'm in set now. So when the girl says it, I'm just me, you know? And that's how, at a higher level, like I said, it's a congruency test. So like she's testing for congruency. If you just are that guy over time and with practice, you'll just become that guy. That's how you just like naturally will pass the shit test. Because the girl says something, you're like, oh, okay, cool. And it doesn't mean shit. That's how you would have really passed the shit test, is just become that guy over time.